Welcome to the Christian Contractor Podcast.
Christian Contractor Podcast.
A show created for kingdom-driven Christian contractors that are focused on scaling their business in God's name while positively impacting the world around them. If you're ready to ascend from a contractor to a purpose-driven business owner, we're here to serve you. Here's your host, Brandon Guthrie.
You want to separate yourself from 75% of your competition out there. Show up on time. Show up on time.
Easy.
And show up ready to do business and not with, like I said, smelling or, having your sunglasses on. Keep your hands out of your pockets when you're talking to somebody. And tell you what, one thing, when you go to the door, when you knock on the door, don't ring the doorbell. Knock on the door. You taller guys, so even if you're, I'm only about 5'8", okay? Even I back up and I take one step down, so I'm looking at them eye level. It's a psychological thing, especially when you're talking to a lady. You know, you're.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. And be consistent. Be consistent and be professional and talk like you have some sense. And don't lie. Don't come up with some tap dance, space age polymer pitch or something like that, guys. They see right through it, and they'll hear it in your voice. And know your product. Whatever it may be, when you're talking to somebody. Even a small roofing job now is about $25,000. That's a lot of money to a lot of people, especially right now with the inflation and all.
Yeah.
Be the smartest person in the room as far as this is what this does. This is why you need this. This is why this really won't help you out that much, but if you really want it, we can do it. It's aesthetics or something like that. You want to know more about that product than everybody that's come up to the door. And the biggest thing that guys do wrong selling anything are the two major things. Sell yourself first. Sell the house second, meaning who you work for. And sell whatever it is the product is dead last. And when you're talking to somebody about whatever, construction, be talking 20% of the time and be listening 80% of the time.
That's huge. That's huge. There's softwares out there where when doing a Zoom call, which is different than in person, but it literally tracks how much you were talking, how much they were talking, and it shows you, look at you,
Really?
You're talking over this percentage, therefore you need to tone it down. Yeah, there's cool softwares out
Wow.
there. Yeah. Yeah, I learned about that one
Wow.
in a mastermind that I was at. Super cool. Yeah. So it like coaches you, and then your coach or manager can look at it and talk to you and like, hey, check this out. So I get that 100%. Wow, huge advice. So much, and it all kind of ties into discipline. At the end of the day, discipline, and that's what people struggle with. You gotta have that discipline, and the place where it needs to come from is, I definitely get mine from God and from Jesus and the Holy Spirit, and what's my purpose? My purpose is to love God, love my brothers and sisters, be disciples, create disciples of the nation, be the salt and light of the earth. Like, okay, that's my purpose. So now what's my vision? And then look at that vision, set goals, be disciplined, and then that gives you a motivation to show up on time, tuck in that shirt, don't smoke that cigarette, clean, do everything in that way, do things with excellence, because that's what we're commanded to do in the Bible, is do everything as if you're doing it for the Lord himself. So tuck in that shirt, show up in that way. Like sometimes those things, man, I gotta do what? Well, think about it. You got to have that focus. If you don't have any direction in life, then it is going to be hard to tuck in that shirt and not smoke that cigarette and do it in this way. So, let's get you lined up, get you a vision, get you a purpose, get you a vision, and get you passion back in your life, and that's by aligning with God and aligning with that vision. So thank you so much for that, dude. Huge value.
Yeah, when you're running your business, be somebody, people. Be somebody. Be somebody.
Be somebody.
Be better than the next guy.
Yes. Oh, that's great. Okay, so question number 2 is, can you give us any little methods that seem to help you grow your business? So this is now a little bit more tactical, like you were talking about direct mail. I love direct mail. I love geofencing, targeting, sending it before or when a storm happens, or like talk to me about a couple of cool little tactics that seem to work for you.
Man, one of the biggest tactics that I employed when we first started off in my business, the insurance restoration business, you're going up against giant houses that could come in. They could have 4 soccer vans full of kids, burning up doors, and I noticed we weren't the biggest outfit in the land at that point. There was 3 of us. Okay, so these guys, they go in there and they knock on Agnes's door. Hey, the storm came through. They immediately plant their sign in the yard. If you're not the biggest house in the land, don't do that. You might as well be telling me, hey, I'm right here. Come steal my clients. I'm right here. Here's the sign. Don't do that. What we would do is we would go in there very quietly, okay? Very covertly. To us, it was like a military operation. I'm going to come in there, and you know how you have your neighborhoods like this.
Yep.
Get the corner houses, people. You get those first. You collapse down, right? That way your competition can't expand on you. You very quietly get your clients. Once you start to see another competition sign, or you see the trucks going back and forth, they're all marked. I didn't have marked trucks.
Wow.
Didn't require them. I don't want you to know I'm there.
Right.
So we would go in there. We'd be in there for a couple of weeks working our neighborhood. And finally, somebody would come in from another outfit. I make a phone call, plant the signs. The very next day, you'll see 60 LMC signs in that same neighborhood overnight. And it's a psychological thing. They're like, all right, I'm out. We're going to go find somewhere else.
Wow. Woo.
That's huge.
Wow.
Use it.
So you would
Mind blown.
You would nail first. You would wait to put signs out until you've covered enough territory, and then just plop them all at once. And the amateurs are putting them out there as soon as they land the first one, and they got the sign trucks and everything. Wow.
And here's another thing: the way we did that so fast, if any of your readers read Sun Tzu, The Art of War, all right, and he's talking about a smaller army versus a bigger army. A smaller army can move much quicker than a bigger one, okay? And so I'd have an appointment at John Smith's house, okay?
Right.
Don't, another little advice. You sign that customer up. Don't wait to start asking for referrals. Everybody's waiting. What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, John, who lives to your left? Who lives to your right? Who lives across the street? Who lives right behind you back there? Could you introduce me, please?
Yeah. Yeah. Just go for it.
I turn one appointment into at least 4. It's called low-lying fruit, and it's right there in front of your face. And if you don't get it, shame on you.
Wow.
Somebody, we've all run out as contractors to appointments. We've had a no-show. Well, my business, when the houses are like this far apart, that storm's hit all of them. I'm like, that guy's garage door's open.
Yeah. Next thing you know.
I had an appointment with Bob.
Yeah.
I'm here because of the storm damage. Can you look at my house? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Wow. Nice, dude.
And then you do the same thing. Bob, who lives here? Who lives there? Spread like, I hate to use this, but spread like cancer. And do it quietly when you're small.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Dude, that's super great tactics. I know roofers and, like you said, siding and roofers and insurance restoration companies, dude, that's huge for them. That's the name of the game. And what's that book that you said one more time? Sun Tzu, Art of War?
Sun Tzu, Art of War.
Okay.
It's a great book to read. That and The 48 Laws of Power by Thomas Green.
I just got that one the other day, and someone recommended it to me. I was like, oh, I'm excited to get into that. So
Yes.
That's a good one, huh?
They have them on YouTube. You can do the audio. But yeah, Sun Tzu, actually a military journal written in the Ming Dynasty. And it's required reading for most MBA classes in the country and has been for quite some time because you can take these tactics and you apply them to business.
What? Dude,
It's amazing.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
Dang, I'm definitely reading
Sun
that.
Tzu, Art of War.
Shoot.
It is an amazing book.
Wow. Thank you for that. That's huge. I'm big on learning. Oh man, I'm going through Extreme Ownership right now from Jocko Willink. I don't know if you've heard of that guy, but he's a Navy SEAL, and dude, I love how they take these war tactics and translate them into business, and it really makes you think the way that you need to lead and operate a business it's in so many ways similar to war tactics.
With those, yeah, special forces guys, it's here first. It's not here. It's here, and they're those guys are mentally tougher than a nail in a coffin. You can't break them, and they keep moving forward against just stuff that you would think is just insurmountable. These guys find a way to do it, and as a business owner, your mindset, in my opinion, should mimic that 100%. I'm going this way.
Yep. No matter what.
No matter what.
Huge. Wow. So awesome. Huge value. I love that tactic that you shared with us. And last question is, how has God played a role in your life and in your business?
Well, I mean, I grew up going to the local church here in Urbana, Virginia. I was an acolyte. That was cool. I got to hold the candles and stuff, you know.
Nice.
I went to a military school in Virginia called Fork Union, and it was actually a Baptist school with military, and we had religion. And I really kind of, once I got out of all that, kind of took the whole religion thing, you know, and I'm fumbling through life, you know, getting odd jobs here and there. And, I was working for Sarasota Beach Service down in Longboat Key, Florida. And the guy's name was Eric Sylvester, and this guy at church all the time. He was a standout athlete, Panama City football, you know, back in the late 80s. They always had a tough squad, you know, and he looked the part. I mean, the guy kind of reminded me of Mike Allstott, you know.
Yeah.
And and he reminded me that you could be a businessman, and a very good one, a very ethical one, and a God-fearing person, all at the same time. And I can tell you this: people have to remember. It ain't all sunshines and rainbows out there, you know. And as we grew, we grew. Then we had an explosion of growth. Then we grew some more, and then we had a major setback. I literally woke up one day. We had on the books initially. It was about $1 million business partner problem that embezzled $1 million from us guys, and in my business, in the insurance restoration business, like let's say it's a $10,000 job, they send $5,000 of the $10,000 up front. You do all the work, and then they send you the rest. You know, once you've satisfied them that the work was actually done. So when you take away that first check, you're doing, and a lot of them, we had to complete 37 jobs that were going to be initially profitable at a loss. So this thing ended up costing us about $1.5 million, and it was a death sentence. And, you know, at that point, I'm going, oh my God, this is over. I'm screwed. You know, I just bought this house. You know, I'm like, what are we going to do? And that's when somebody reminded me, said, well, how do you eat an elephant? And the answer to that is one bite at a time. And man, I prayed and prayed and prayed, and immediately um, I, I started to feel less pressure here. Like tight, I mean, super
Right,
stressed out.
right.
And we knocked it down one part at a time. And um, initially, I'm thinking, oh man, why is this happening to me? Oh, woe is me. Tears in my beer.
Mm.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Then then all of a sudden, I'm like, still praying, and I'm like, show me the answer. And it was like somebody tapping me on the shoulder. Hey, dummy, if you need more money, do bigger work.
Mm.
Oh, well, of course. So we started doing bigger work. And that led into the call from Mulehide, the third largest roofing material manufacturer in the
Yes.
world. And that led into a $17 million claim.
Jeez Louise.
And never give up. And always. Denzel Washington has a bunch of. I think we were talking about
Yeah,
that before.
I love his stuff.
Uh, Listen to
Yeah,
that
it's
guy
awesome.
when he talks about getting on your knees and
Woo.
praying and do the right thing, guys. Get on up to as high as you can go, and turn around and grab somebody and bring them with you. That's the whole thing, and that's and get into things for the right reason. And I can tell you this much from experience: if you get into this thing just to make money, whatever, I don't care what business you're in, selling apples or selling roofs or selling windows, selling homes, to build, you get into it just to make money, guys, you're just another piker chasing a
Yep.
buck. Go out there to be the very best apple seller, home builder, roofer, insurance restoration contractor, whatever it is, tile man, painter, whatever it is. Be the best. And when you chase money, you kind of forget about other things that are
Mm.
important, like religion, like your family, like your personal
Mm.
time. Um, and people become so consumed with money, 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 money.
Right,
It's an important factor in life because we need it to live.
right. It's
But
just a tool.
at the same time, if that's your sole purpose, you're missing the
Mm.
point, son.
Mm.
I'm sorry, you're missing the point, and you're doing it wrong.
Right, right. Wow, that's huge. And sounds like you leaned on your faith in that moment, and God pulled you through that. And 100%, when you flip the script and you make it about service and doing good work and living into the path that God has for you, into the vision that God has for you, and not making it all about money, people can sense that. It's funny, we're actually built to be more receptive to that anyways. So you're going to be better off in life just not making it all about money. And yes, it's a tool, and yes, you need to fill your cup in order to. But you need to fill your cup in order to bless others. So that's why money is necessary. It just happens to be a tool in this world. So wow, that is huge, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I think that your story is going to inspire a lot of people to think bigger, to stay on the path that God has for them, not chase the money, to chase being the best, chase their craft, focus on that, and focusing on those things and being disciplined in that way is going to help you get that much farther in your business. I mean, I could say almost, it's not even an if, it's 100%. It's not even a question. If you employ these things in your business, you're going to get farther than you're getting right now. So, man.
I can promise you that it's all about mindset and your faith. I mean, it doesn't. One last thing. I mean, when I started off, I had $2,000 to my name and a 585 credit score. 4 years later, we're doing over $20 million a year.
Wow.
It can be done.
Wow.
It
Wow.
can be done.
20 million a year. That's crazy, dude. Some people are like, man, I can't even get to 7 figures, can't hit my first million a year. So, consistency, faith, doing good work, not making about money, all those things. If you can be disciplined, boom, hit those things. Like most people can't. All you have to do is stay disciplined, and you're better than most of everyone else. And then, boom, you can start building that reputation. Right?
That's right.
Huge. Well, Jay, thank you so much for your time. I know you're a busy guy, and I really respect your time, value your time, appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. Where can people find you?
Hopefully soon, Longboat Key, fishing. But you can find us on the web, LMC, exteriors.com. There's LMC, general construction, generalcontractors.com. And if you need our help, you call me directly. You can find me on Facebook, Jason Elmer. I'm the devastatingly handsome guy, on the profile picture. That's me. I'm just kidding, guys. But no, absolutely. Or Brandon knows how to get a hold of me. And if you guys need help, call me.
Dude,
I'm here.
Thank you so much for all the value. Thank you for your time. Any Christian contractors listening in that want me to connect you with Jay, just hit me up, and I'll be happy to do so. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the Christian Contractor Podcast. I am Brandon Guthrie with Dream Design Labs. If you're a Christian contractor that wants to scale to 7 and even 8 figures and beyond in a way that honors God, apply to work with us at contractorscalingchallenge.com/apply-now. Check it out. It's free to see if you qualify for the partnership program. I guarantee you get a ton of value from the content in the application process. Remember, marketing doesn't have to be hard. All you need is the right tools and the right heart to serve. Till next time, stay blessed. Jay, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Bye now.
Thank you, Christian Contractor family, for hanging out with us today. Let's get out there, do great work, and make a positive impact. If you want to connect with Brandon, head to Instagram and follow him at BG44. Let's change not only your life, but the world around you.